You say you're feeling more upbeat now, and
Yeah.
you know, a while back it was more downbeat.
Yeah.
You've had some incredible experiences.
Yeah.
You know, in a short period of time. You took a year off to kind of recover from a tour that lost money because of bad advice.
Yeah, I basically, you know, I'd done a tour, and then it come to the end of the tour, and there was hardly no money in the bank from the tour, and so it just really made me rethink the industry, rethink what I was doing, because obviously in the industries that we're in, it takes a lot of time away from family, and I just needed to be a mum again. I thought, you know what, everyone's had their pounds of flesh, you've all made, you know, hundreds of thousands of pounds off me. I'm going to be a mum. That's what I've done.
Yeah, good for you. And of course, not the first time that you had been scammed in that way.
Yeah, it wasn't. I mean, the first time was, I mean, it was documented. She ended up going to jail. Someone who got really close to me and my family kind of groomed her way in a sense. And yeah, a lot of money was lost there as well. It was really sinister. But yeah, I just bounced back. I just have to.
But at any time were you very suspicious? Because you already said that she wormed her way into your family, and really you were being stalked to a certain extent. But were you suspicious at any time?
Do you know what? One thing I've learned is you've got to trust your gut instinct, because my gut instinct told me straight away. I said, I don't like her, there's something about her, and I ignored her. I think there's something to be said about trusting your gut, because it's like that other sense. So, yeah, I think deep down I knew, but I kept on trying to see the good in her, which is my flaw. So
to what extent was she in your life?
I mean, she'd turn up at my house at 7 a.m. and she'd be there till 7 p.m. I mean, she was like, she'd do everything.
You were in a vulnerable position, and she kind of preyed on that, almost like a, you know, a groomer.
Yeah, well, I'd never... Bear in mind, I come from a really working-class family. All of a sudden, I've got money, which I wasn't used to. And then someone there saying, I can take care of this. I know what to do. So I was just like, OK, and foolishly let her take...
So you kind of needed her at that time?
I needed someone
even though it didn't turn out well.
I wouldn't say make yourself feel foolish in that situation. There's going to be lots of people out there, as I say, especially in the business you're in, you need someone to help you manage things, especially when you're a mother, single mother, got the kids, you're out on tour.
I suppose it's when it's that crossover, isn't it? You know, when it's business advice that goes wrong. You know, that's one thing, and that's terrible. And you've said before that happened to Rod, didn't it?
The same thing. Yeah, went in his early career.
But when it's someone who's presented herself as a friend, and is mixing with your kids, and is part of your family.
Yeah, I think it's... Yeah, it was quite... I mean, it really broke relationships for me, because it was so hard to trust after that. So I've really had to teach myself to build relationships again, because I was so scared thinking... No, I question, like, it's so sad, like, even the mums in the school, I'll be thinking, oh, are you really, you know, do you really want to be my friend? And it's sad, really, and I'm learning to get over that.
But, you know, trust is the big word of the day, really, because your case is very different, because you had it on all levels, really. But I know I was scammed myself a couple of years ago, and... you know, the bank actually handed over any money I had to 4 complete strangers. So with the result, and I've said this in public before, I don't trust any high street bank anymore, because the circumstances were ridiculous, and I never really got to the bottom of it, which is the way it leaves you very vulnerable. But the other aspect I wanted to say, there will be thousands of people watching this programme who will be saying, albeit in a different way to you, who have been scammed. It's the biggest scourge at the moment. And in the course of journalism, I've come across some particularly elderly people who are very vulnerable, very lonely, and the scammers are very clever, and so they worm their way in, and they like talking to them because it's company. But the tragedy is that I remember meeting a 91-year-old man, and all his savings had been scammed by these people who he liked talking to. Now, imagine being at that age, you've no way of making any more money. You have no money left. So you talk about vulnerability and trust, gone.
How did you find out, Rebecca?
Well, she went away on holiday for a week, and then the pennies started to drop, and she was actually on holiday with one of my younger relatives, and I called round a few companies, like, you know, the tax, all these different, because she managed all my affairs, and they were like, never heard of her, don't know who this is. So I was panicked because obviously she's on holiday with one of my younger relatives.
But great initiative that you had to do that, to find out in the first place. Otherwise, it would have always been...
It could have went really bad. Yeah, it could have went really bad. I think it's... But unfortunately, like you're saying, it's really common and a lot of people are getting conned nowadays.
Yeah.
You've got to have your wits about you, really. Yeah.
But there's a financial cost, and as you say, Gloria, terrible when people, particularly in their elder age, are kind of wiped out. But regardless of your financial situation, the lack of trust, the fact that it makes you question judgments, and you said it made you very anxious for a while afterwards.
Yeah, it did. I was definitely nervous to meet people, to form new relationships, because I just questioned.
But you have a positive one now.
Yeah, I've got a nice...
Yes.
Everything's good.
Yeah, you've got a nice new man in your life.
Yes, he's backstage, actually.
Is he? And do we trust him?
Yeah, he's lovely.
Yeah, good. But you still do all your own banking, don't you?
Oh, I do, yeah. Own banking now. I do all the transfers.
Independent woman.
Yeah.
Once bitten, twice shy.